What we need to do with websites is change our objective with them, and that's the whole subject of Ben's Business Podcast, episode number 17 now. And the point here is, if we go and build a brand new website, a cool website, a fancy looking website, we need to change how we think about what our website's doing. What I've found is a lot of clients find that building websites will instantly turn their business around. So once they get their website online, everything will happen and the sales will come flowing in. But I know from building websites since 2009 for my clients that if you build websites, they don't always come, as that saying goes, if you build, they will come. The sales don't come in instantly after the website goes online, and when anything goes online, even on Amazon, sales don't instantly come in when you get your product up on the Amazon listing. What we need to do is definitely plan the website, make it look good, make it have a good offer on the website. But the most important thing is that even with my philosophy of doing search engine optimization at the forefront of my mind when I build these websites, I have that philosophy that there's no point in having a website unless it's going to get found on Google. But what's really important is that we don't expect the sales to come in straight away. Without additional marketing of some type, your website's not going to just take off when it gets put up on the internet. And that's the main point. I really want to stress that, because again, clients do have expected that when a website goes live, a sale will come in right off the back of that. And I've had to explain that, and that's what I'm going to do today. I have seen that happen in the right niche. So like I've explained in previous episodes of Ben's Business Podcast, that if you find low competition and highly search term on Google, something that people actually search highly for, sales start to come in only because you've found that perfect niche. But in other senses, we need to pay for advertising, we need to wait for our rankings to show up, because 10 years ago when I done search engine optimization for the property websites I done for my dad, it was a search engine optimization was a lot more basic. Our websites getting highly on Google was much more simple. You could add some keywords to the title tag, buy the right domain name, and the website would show up on the first page of Google. But because people are becoming wiser and Google are becoming wiser to how they rank websites, people can't just put in keywords and expect to rank on the first page now. That's kind of the bad news about all this but the solution is we need to change the objective of the website, and the solution is basically permission marketing. So instead of when you get someone to come to your website and you want to make a sale off the back of that, that's the mistake that a lot of us make. Once we actually do get prospects to our website, we tend to go straight for the right hook, as Gary Vaynerchuk calls it. We don't give anything up front. We explain what our company does, and then we ask them to go and buy. But what we need to do is focus on building relationships, and that's the whole shift of your mindset when you're building this website with your web designer, is to change that objective to build a relationship. So start that, like you wouldn't, if you went on a first date, you wouldn't go marry the person after that first date. You want to build a relationship, and human relations is a very big part of all type of business that we do. Is we need to have a meeting, have a second meeting sometimes, and then have a third meeting. And the first meeting might just be about having coffee and getting to know each other personally, and then talk about the business. And that's how we should be thinking about our website. So just really introducing ourselves. And I always try to give value up front when I meet anyone. So I'll when you land on my website, onlinemarketingconsultant.co.uk, I'll offer a free website reviews to give people a sample of my business. So that's what you want to be doing, is give people a taste of what value you can bring to them. And my sample is 10 minutes of my time. I record the screen and go onto your website and tell you where you can improve on your mobile side of the website, how you can speed up your website, how you can optimize your website so it ranks easier on Google, and add it where you can add keywords and things. So I give that value. I send someone a video, and that's them experienced my services for free, and I've not been pushy or tried to sell anything up front. I've basically told them, this is something I'm doing for you for coming to my website, and that starts a relationship. And I exchange that with getting their email, because I need their email to send them the video. So that's what you're also getting. You can then add them to your list with permission. And permission marketing is the goal of your website. Get that permission, and then they will actually anticipate that next email coming in. They'll anticipate my free site review coming in, or they'll anticipate your phone call. And what it can be once they've filled out a form or given you some information about them, if you can somehow get more than just their email, you get their phone number, you get their interests, you can get like demographics and psychographics, and find out a wee bit more about them, ask them to fill out a discovery form and tell them a wee bit more about their business after that first initial call. You don't ask for all of that up front, you just want their email address so that you can send them something of value. And that can be a PDF download, but I always use my own example, what I'm actually doing, and I always try to apply, and it can be applied in any industry, whatever you're in, because I've built websites in all types of industries, and we've been able to do something where we can put something on the homepage, even if it's a 10% offer or half price offer, but something you almost free that you can give up front. And it's the easiest way to do it free online is information. So you have knowledge about your business, and you can package that into a PDF, downloadable PDF or ebook, and send that across to a client. So when you download that PDF, you get them on your email list, and then you can offer them things later down the line, or call them and ask them if they want to meet up to show them some other services or products that you offer. And that's the best thing about it, is you can personalise that message, or on the phone call or on the email. It's relevant to their interests, rather than like the sleazy salesman who shows up at your door and tries to sell you something you've got no interest in buying. And that's the difference between that sleazy salesman tactic of knocking on doors randomly and hoping that someone will buy, and then you get the ratio of one sale out of 100 phone calls, one sale out of 100 times of knocking on a door, which is deliberate. And then the best thing about marketing is that you can start that relationship up front slowly, build it up, and gather information, and then give them personalised, relevant, and messages that the client or prospect client actually is expecting from you, which is the best thing. You feel like a welcome guest rather than a pest that shows up at your door. I think it's Dan Kennedy that said something along those lines, that most of these sales tactics, you become a pest to that person, and people do all they can to avoid your sales messages that you're throwing at people. So you want to avoid that way. We're fed up of that. Bring in this slow way of building relationships and marketing, such as the free site review, and just think of, if you're going to go out and go dating a girl, you're not going to ask her to marry you on the first date, no matter how much you like her. So I hope that was helpful. This was all about changing the objective of your website, get permission, and then build relationships, rather than going straight for the sale when they land on your website, when you finally get them there. Thanks for watching on Instagram, thanks for watching on Facebook Live.